stuff, and you just find yourself in a rabbit hole of stories you've never told and feelings you've never shared, and you're laughing, and you can feel you're falling more in love. And we're lying there on the pillows, looking at each other, and she's there staring at me. And all of a sudden she's like, hey, can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah, of course. She's like, if you could change one thing about me, what would you change? Now, I have since learned that there is a correct answer to this question. And yes, one correct answer. Regardless of how unique your relationship is, if you want to win this game show question, the answer you give, if she says to you, if there's a woman in your life and she says, if there's one thing you could change about me, what would you change? The correct answer is nothing. Aha. Yes, I wish you were all there with me that night. Yes. Correct answer is nothing. You say, nothing, babe. I would change nothing about you because everything you are makes you perfect for me. If anything, can I be honest? I would change myself. I would change myself so that I would be better able to receive the love that you so freely give. That is what I would change. That's the unabridged answer, should you wish to use it. Yeah. That is not the answer I gave. Nope. I said what was in my head. She looked at me and she said, if you could change one thing about me, what would you change? And I was like, oh, one thing. Ooh, one thing. Oh, one thing. Wow, that's a tough one. One thing. Only one. Oh, okay, let me think. Hold on. Let me think. If it's only one thing, what would I change? Okay. I think I got it. If I could change only one thing about you, I would change how you communicate during sex. And she was like, what? Yeah, and then it snowballed. I know I was wrong, so please don't judge me. I know I was wrong, and I'm working on it. I'll explain to you what was going through my head, all right? What happened that night is, first of all, I thought it was a real question, okay? Secondly, I was trying to express a feeling that I had. And that feeling was a confusion that I would often have, and sometimes a frustration when my girlfriend and I would be getting intimate, right? We'd be in an intimate setting, and she would say, and I'm not trying to be lewd or anything, right? She would be like, oh, I'm gonna come, right? Which, by the way, ladies, is the greatest phrase you can ever say to a man. Like, ever. There is nothing a man wants to hear more in his life than that sentence. You say that sentence, we have reached the pinnacle of manhood. We have achieved. We have arrived. Yes, you say that and we're like, me, Tarzan. It's done. It's done. And it is so powerful on us ladies that we will reach a level of our masculinity that we didn't even know we possessed. Yeah, you say that to us and we'll become stronger. We will overcome things that we couldn't. Our fatigue goes out the window. Yeah, we forget about that cramp. Like, any situation, like sometimes we can't breathe, Sometimes we can't breathe. Sometimes our nose is blocked, and what we're doing at that time is we're moving from breath to breath, right? So we're doing our thing, and then when we run out of air, we like a whale breaching, we'll pop up, and then we'll dive back into the depths of your pleasure, right? And this is fine. It's a rhythm that every man has figured out for themselves, right? But ladies, understand, we are going from breath to breath. And when you say, I'm going to come, we then go, this is not the time to breathe. This is my calling. I have but one breath and I shall use it well. And so we hold it and we keep going. We keep going, and we try to get you there. Now, the thing I didn't know at the time was when my ex would say the phrase, "I'm going to come," what she actually meant was, the action you're performing on me is quite pleasurable, and I would like you to continue. Please continue exactly what you are doing right now, at the same cadence and preferably same pressure. Don't get excited because I said that phrase. Don't switch things up. Just do exactly what you're doing now, because you're on the right track. You got this, champ. Keep going. Before you were all over the place, but this is it. If you do this, there's a good chance that I am going to reach my climax. So you keep going, buddy. You got this. I believe in you. You're getting warmer. That's what she meant. Because you're saying this thing, "I'm going to come," and I understand now, like fellas, when women say like, "I'm going to come," in many ways they're saying it the same way a person at a bus stop would say, "The bus is going to come," right? They mean you are at the correct location for a bus to coincide with yourself. This is where the bus will come to. But the when is the issue. The when is where we are not connecting. Because ladies, men, we are quite literal about this. You see, when women are saying it, it's theoretical. When women are like, "I'm going to come," it just means that this is the right direction. Going could be 3 minutes. She could come in 15 minutes. It could be her next relationship. Nobody knows. But you gotta understand, ladies, we're not breathing. We're not breathing. We're holding our breath. We're at our limits. You need breath to live. This is probably why men live on average 10 years younger than women, because of all the breaths we've missed waiting for this to happen, and it does not happen. There's nothing wrong with it not happening. It's just that we didn't know. We didn't know because we're a lot more literal when we communicate. We're simple creatures, men. It is what it is, like a dog. Where's the ball? There's the ball. Where's the ball? There's the ball. When men say, "I'm going to come," it means that the come is going. The moment is imminently upon you, ladies. That is what I mean. When a man says, "I'm going to come," this is the time. There is no other. There is no ad break you can take. There is no pause you can make. The come is happening in this moment. You cannot blink. You step in the road, the bus will hit you. That's what I'm saying. The bus is there now. The bus is there right now. You'll be like, "Where's the bus?" There's the bus. There's the bus. When he says, "I'm going to come," that is it. That is like, sometimes we already have. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's already happened. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's already happened, and we were trying to not make it happen, and then we're like a little kid snitching on ourselves. We just mess up the tense. You know, we'll be like, "Mommy, I'm going to break something in the kitchen." It's already broken. It's already broken. And so that's why the worst thing you can say at that moment, ladies, is, "Oh, not yet." No, yet has already occurred. Yet has concluded. And now our manhood has been crushed with this tiny little phrase you say, "Not yet." And then we're like, "Oh, yet." And then we try, but you cannot. It's finished. It's fading away. We know it is. And so then we just go like, "I better do it anyway." "What do you mean you're doing it?" "I'm doing it anyway." "Oh my God, I can't believe you wouldn't wait for me." "I'm a man, I do whatever I want. You can't tell me when I should or shouldn't. So you don't care about me." And that's why I'm still single. Yo, DC, you guys have been amazing, man. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. But when you see his life laid out, I mean the minutiae of his days, the things that he and the people around him were experiencing. He was arrested somewhere around like 29 times over the course of like 4 years. Trumped up charges. Sometimes he was left in a jail cell by himself, wasn't given food, wasn't given a phone call, nothing. Sometimes he was beaten, sometimes they just like, you see this man's life in detail. They chased him out of towns. The federal government came after him. J. Edgar Hoover himself, the head of the FBI, designated Martin Luther King as the most dangerous man in America. And then the FBI ran a concerted campaign to destroy him. They try and break up his friendships and his working relationships. And the most sinister thing they did was they tapped his phones and they found out that he was having an affair. And they phoned his wife, Coretta Scott King, and they snitched on him because they thought that would destroy his marriage and destroy the movement. Yeah. The FBI tried to dish gossip on Martin Luther King. It totally changes how you see the organization. Right? FBI seems so serious. Now you get the real picture. They're in that J. Edgar Hoover building in the morning. What are you working on, Kowalski? Drug enforcement, sir. What about you? Sir, criminal crimes, specifically financial. And you? Drama. You see everything that happened to MLK, everything. Some of it internal because he writes about it, some of it external because people are observing. One of the sections that really lays out what it was like is a 4-year stretch where Dr. King and other black people would try to go and get served in restaurants that were segregating black people and weren't allowing them to get food. They would walk into the restaurants, they would sit down, dressed to the nines, and they would get denied service. They would get kicked out, they would get cursed at, spat on. Oftentimes they were beaten, right? Leave with concussions, bleeding. They'd go home, they'd wash up, they'd come back, they'd do it again. Go home, wash up, do it again. Go home, wash up, and do it again. And now, when we talk about it, we go, well, they did the right thing because look how it turned out. Yes, but when you read his life, you go, it wasn't inevitable. There was no guarantee that it was going to work. There was no sign that it was working. And yet, they persevered. And when I was looking through his life and when I was reading his works and I was looking, I was like, was there ever a moment when he regretted? Was there ever a moment when he regretted what he had gone through, what he was doing? Like when he tasted white people's food for the first time? No, because you realize until that point it was theoretical, right? Black people had never been served in these establishments. They only wished to be served in these establishments. But they had never eaten there. Right? They would just sit down at the counter. And the owner would come and be like, God damn it, I told you I don't want your kind around here. Get out of here, boy. And be like, oh, my brother, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day, regardless of the color of our skin, all people will be allowed to sit here, our brothers and sisters, black and white alike, and America will come good on its promise that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, oh, shut up. You've won. They changed the laws. Look at the TV. Here's your food. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Now I have a new dream. I have a new dream that one day white people will discover seasoning. And I have a dream that they will no longer consider black pepper to be a spice. I have a dream that we will all come together to defeat the real white devil, mayonnaise. Can you imagine how awkward it must have been? That first walk after that first meal. Martin and his boys walking into the parking lots. Dead quiet. For this shit, Martin? For this shit, Martin? I'm so sorry, fellas, I didn't know. God damn it, Martin, you had them whipping our ass for this shit? Did you taste that food? I thought it was delicious. That's why I thought they were blocking us. I apologize, fellas. I'm so sorry, fellas. My bad. God damn it, Martin, that shit tastes like depression, man. Is this the shit we've been fighting for? I'm so sorry, everybody. I'll make it up to y'all. I'll buy everybody Popeyes on the way home. Who will you be when history calls? Thank you.